What's good, YouTube? 20 minute coming on our video. In today's video, we're gonna be going over how Lil Uzi Vert's next alleged album is Eternal Atake 2. All right, let's get into it. So, as many of you guys have seen, this news kind of broke yesterday, and honestly, the first time we've heard about this rumor of EA2 was from Uzi himself when this guy actually caught him on the street or something.
People want to
He
know
asked them, what's the next project?
Everyone's waiting.
Eternal Atake 2.
So Uzi said Eternal Atake 2, and that surfaced like what, a couple months ago, 3 months ago, right? Nobody really paid any attention to that. We all thought, bro, Uzi's yapping. There's no way EA2 is dropping, right? We all thought Love is Rage 3 is going to be the next project, and after that, Uzi's allegedly retiring, right? Me personally, I really hope he doesn't retire. In my opinion, I don't think he's gonna retire, but we all thought the next album would have been Love is Rage 3. But apparently it is going to be EA2. Eternal Atake 2 is going down, and take this with a grain of salt, but we got a big info dump in the Uzi community yesterday, and it all came from this screenshot right here. So somebody put out, I don't know who put this out, I believe it might have been the director of the video. They said, filming a video for Uzi tomorrow at 6:30 at outside MSG, need extras, pull up. All right, so we're like, what the hell is going on? Uzi shooting a video outside Madison Square Garden, obviously in New York City, right? And then we got this from the Lil Uzi Vert hub. They just dropped a huge Uzi announcement regarding this whole EA2, what's their thoughts, and this is kind of like the back end info, the insider info, so kind of take this with a grain of salt, but this is what they're saying, right? They said the director for the shoot is from Atlantic Records and confirmed that this shoot is for EA2 promo. It will be promo for a scheduled NBA appearance for Uzi at MSG, where a special teaser will be shown. Other footage from the shoot will be put into the main trailer for EA2. The trailer is planned to start with a shot from inside a news station and say that there was a UFO scene in New York City. So that does make sense with the whole, obviously, Eternal Atake theme that Uzi's been putting out. The whole EA theme was, you know, this whole space, obviously in the transitions, Uzi was getting like abducted by aliens. So it makes sense. This is what the EA like 2 trailer slash concept would be revolved around, right? Then they said then it will show a large installation and already set up in Brooklyn that reads Welcome Home Uzi. Then the trailer will switch to outside MSG where the footage today was shot and show Uzi descending from a UFO with 2 aliens next to him and a robot dog that is Tesla-esque. Straight from the mouth of the director, right? So straight from the mouth of the director from Atlantic Records, who allegedly shot this EA2 promo where it will be scheduled for an NBA appearance for Uzi at MSG. So I don't know what that means. Is Uzi going to do the halftime show, or is this going to be like a scheduled commercial on national TV because the NBA season is like right around the corner? It's starting anytime, right? So I don't really know what they're trying to say here. It will be a promo for a scheduled NBA appearance for Uzi at MSG, where a special teaser will be shown. So I'm guessing it's either going to be a commercial, he's either going to do a halftime show, or he might be courtside at MSG and they might play this trailer. I don't really know, but they said this would involve the EA2 trailer as well. But then the next slide says the NBA appearance should be soon at the beginning of the season, but tickets for him haven't been ordered yet, so that could change. Should be beginning of the rollout. Also, the Ebro stuff is not a part of the rollout as confirmed by the Atlantic rep at the shoot. It's his own doing, but good timing. Trading cards for EA2 like pink tape ones are also in production as well. So that's pretty crazy. The NBA appearance should be soon at the beginning of the season, but tickets for him haven't been ordered yet. Honestly, I don't really know what they're talking about. NBA appearance, tickets, commercial. I don't really know. Let's see how that unfolds. But we do know Uzi is cooking with EA2, and EA2 is a real thing. They got EA2 trading cards similar to the pink tape. Apparently, they shot a trailer. There's supposed to be something involved with the NBA. So it looks like Uzi is diving deep, going head first, going all in with Eternal Atake 2. And you know, it's fitting the whole space type thing. He's gonna descend from a UFO that says Welcome Home Uzi. Then 2 aliens are gonna pop up with a Tesla-esque robot. This is seeming crazy, right? Because the EA, the original EA, that trailer was insane. Uzi always has dope album trailers, so I'm already knowing they're gonna cook something special. And then they also said the Ebro stuff is not a part of the rollout. As you guys know, Ebro dissed Uzi back on the show, actually in front of Uzi. He was like, yo, in a couple years when y'all pushing 30, y'all aren't gonna be here. Y'all gonna be begging, trying to go back on the Breakfast Club. You ain't gonna be a rock star. You ain't gonna be selling out. Obviously, when was that? Like 2016, 17, somewhere around there. We're in 2024. Uzi is a top household name within rap. Ebro is wrong, and he's still trying to lay down the fact that Uzi's not where he's supposed to be. He's not a rock star. When we all seen how Uzi's career unfolded within these years. And I just think Ebro is an Uzi hater at this point, because I don't think anybody could deny the career of Lil Uzi Vert. The run he's had since 2015 till 2024 is S tier, right? Uzi is one of the biggest, if not the biggest, to come out of the SoundCloud generation, has diamond songs, has hits on hits on hits, has sold 300K. What else do you want from Uzi, Ebro? I don't get it. But that whole thing just came perfect timing, I guess, put a spotlight on Uzi. And then Heaven or Hell, as we all know from the Cardi community, he's a pretty legit source. I'd say about 85-90% of the info Heaven or Hell does put out, for the most part, does come true. So me personally, I do trust Heaven or Hell. So this is what he said: Uzi is actually serious about making EA2. Heaven or Hell says it's more than serious, it's finished. I don't know how the info about it came out, but it's been ready for release for quite a bit now. So that is crazy. Uzi's EA2 is allegedly finished. Eternal Atake 2 is finished. Now take this with a huge grain of salt, but if you kind of put everything in line, it does make sense, right? If Heaven or Hell is saying it's serious, right? They just shot something for, EA2 outside MSG. Apparently, this is from the director from Atlantic. This is like the whole plan with the trailer and the whole NBA 2. They got EA2 trading cards. I think this might be true. I think EA2 might be finished. Obviously, like I said, take it with a huge grain of salt, but everything really seems to be falling in line perfectly for an EA2 release, right? And then I seen the Uzi fan page post this. They said, I don't know who Forfun Grail is. I'm not really that tapped into the Uzi community like I used to. Like, I used to be tapped into the Uzi Cardi community. Like, I knew every single piece of info regarding it. Now, obviously, you guys know I'm really tapped into the Cardi community, but I kind of fell out with the Uzi community. I'm not really into like the leaks or the snippets. I don't really know that much about the Uzi community as I used to, right? So I don't know if this guy is kind of like a King Bob of the Uzi community, but he said Eternal Atake 2 is an apology album for the fans for his past two albums. It's going to be old grails and new songs with a lot of old sounds and newer sounds, which might be better than Love is Rage 2. So this is apparently a grail album from Uzi and an apology for the past two albums being EA and Pink Tape. Now, obviously, in my opinion, I don't think EA is a bad album. I actually enjoy EA. I thought EA was a good album. Is it Uzi's best work? No, I don't think anybody could agree that Lil Uzi Vert's best project is Eternal Atake, but I do think that was a solid album. It was a great album. I do think the negative perception in the whole community not really backing it is due to COVID and how it just dropped at just such a weird time in everybody's life. It literally dropped on the last day that the world was like normal, right? It dropped on like March 13th, or the deluxe dropped the week after on March 13th, something like that. March 13th, 2020, everybody knows that was one of the weirdest days in just our lives, right? That was like the day COVID got announced and everybody was like, is this real? Is this fake? Uzi just dropped an album. Everybody knows where they were for EA. Obviously, like I said, it's not his best work. I think Uzi's best S tier work. I really don't think there's been an album that Cardi, X, Juice, Trippy, Yachty, none of them have dropped a better album than Love is Rage 2 in my opinion, song for song. Now obviously, influence and that whole thing is different, but song for song, album for album, just going track 1 through 20, I don't think nobody has dropped a better album than Love is Rage 2. He literally has a diamond song, a bunch of songs with over 100 mil, and the quality of music that Uzi dropped on Love is Rage 2 is like God tier. It's not even S tier, it's like God tier, right? So I think I don't know if Uzi can make a better project than Love is Rage 2, but if there's anybody who can do that, it's Uzi, right? So they're talking about an apology album, so I don't really agree with that with EA. Now Pink Tape, I wasn't really the biggest fan of Pink Tape. I think Pink Tape, it was just kind of all over the place. It kind of felt like Uzi was just a little lost within Pink Tape, right? He was doing like covers like Chop Suey and then the one with Nicki. Like, we don't need covers on a Uzi album that's been awaited 3 years, right? We were all expecting a classic, and I think everybody's favorite song was Flooded the Face, and that was a Love is Rage 2 Uzi song. Now, the whole rock thing, it was cool. I respect the try, but I don't really think that's Uzi's lane. It just kind of felt like there was rock and there was covers and there was rage and there was Love Is Rage 2 songs and we got grails at the end. It just didn't really feel like a cohesive body of work from Uzi. And Pink Tape, it just felt like a big mess in my opinion. Now the lead up to Pink Tape was crazy. The trailer was insane. I love the cover, but we can all agree Pink Tape was a miss from Uzi. None of us were really the biggest Pink Tape fans, so I can understand that, but I don't really think Uzi is an artist who needs to apologize to his fan. Like Uzi, bro, he has such great work to back him to where in 2024, like, we know what Uzi's capable of. We know he's the GOAT. He's established. He's sitting on Diamond Records. He's the GOAT. I don't think Uzi needs to drop an album that apologizes to the fan. Uzi doesn't owe anything to the fans. He's given us so much throughout the years, but I mean, if he's going to drop old grails and new songs, which is a lot of old sounds and newer sounds, which might be better than Love Is Rage 2, like I said, I don't know if it is going to be better than Love Is Rage 2, but in my opinion, I'm not really a fan of this whole apology album. And honestly, like, we've seen with a lot of albums, when artists do apply old grails on their project, they just don't really hit the same. Like when Of Course and Zoom dropped, they were amazing. Like, oh my God, Uzi finally dropped Of Course. He finally dropped Zoom. But let's be real, after 2 weeks of the album drops, nobody really cares that the album grails finally made it, right? Nobody really cares. But I would say when Uzi did drop the EA Deluxe with Eternal Atake, Lil Uzi Vert vs. the World 2, this definitely hits, and it still hits to this day. So I think Uzi is a different type of case. I think he is an exception within dropping grails. Like I said, when people do drop grails, they're kind of relevant for like 2 weeks and then kind of just fade out. Nobody really cares, but the EA Deluxe was kind of different. So let's see how this goes. Me personally, I would just want all new 2024 music from Uzi, but any new music in 2024 from Uzi, I'll take it, right? He's my GOAT. Uzi and Cardi will be forever my GOATs. None of them will ever take that #1 spot. They're always going to be tied for #1 in my opinion. But that is everything we know regarding Lil Uzi Vert's next upcoming album, Eternal Atake 2. Apparently, take this with a grain of salt, it's going to be an apology album for the fans. Old grails and new sounds are going to be on this. They're saying it's better than Love Is Rage 2. Apparently, it is finished per Heaven or Hell. And then apparently they shot a music video / trailer that's going to be involved with the NBA. There's Lil Uzi Vert EA2 Pink Tape trading cards. So let's see what the hell goes down with this Lil Uzi Vert Eternal Atake 2 album, and let's just see if it does drop. But it does seem like everything is falling in line for Eternal Atake 2 release. If you guys like this video, like, comment, share, and subscribe. It's Money May or is it, and I'm out. Thank you guys.